All right, guys, today we're going to do another issue of Immortal Hulk. This is issue number 17 with cover of Alex Ross. We can continue the, the Immortal Hulk story. And there's a lot of going on, and, I like what I'm seeing. So, of course, I'm going to point this out every time. Waste of pages, so let's ignore that. And we go to Shadow Base, where General Fortune has invited Dr. McGowan. And she's becoming, she needs to see this because she is now, head of research department or something like that. And it seems that they have Banner on the ropes because she's going to be, involved in capturing the Hulk and, dissecting him. I believe that's the goal here. And so Hulk is here at the mountain. And he's being hunted by Agent Burbank, also known as the Bushwhacker, all right? And Bushwhacker likes to play with his food, and he's basically shooting Bruce Banner or in his Banner form, but spoiler, this is not really Banner as we speak, because maybe some of you know the Hulk has a lot of personas, probably that's the best word. But as far as I know, Bruce Banner is always Bruce Banner. No other persona or other personas can take him over. Lately, that is not the case. So it seems that... wait a minute. Is this from the movie Starship Troopers? You know, these creatures? Definitely. All right, so this is some kind of an ant colony. And so Bruce, or not Bruce... is breaking glass, and Bushwhacker wants to kill him, and he says, yeah, you cannot go anywhere, right? So you want to have tech to beat me. You think it's going to make you really smart. So, and then he's saying, well, radioactive ants in your eyes, big shot. Is that really smart? And he wants to punch you, but Bushwhacker didn't phase. And so it seems that not Bruce is surprised because he is not in his regular body, basically hurting himself. And he says, what are you made of? Super tough plastic, courtesy of the CIA. I'm a cyborg, Bruce, and you're not Bruce. Like I said, two dumb mistakes. The first was thinking I was Banner. The second one, he says, was thinking I was helpless. It's Joe. So longtime readers probably know that Joe is Joe Fixit. Another Hulk persona, the Grey Hulk that came only at night because he couldn't stand the sunlight, right? Guess those aren't plastic. You having fun yet? Because I am. So yeah, he's in a lot of pain. So this doctor says, he calls himself Joe. Clint, can you cross-check the old Ross files? Sure thing. Here we are. Banner once worked for Las Vegas Casino under the know Joe Fixit. His skin was gray at the time. His configuration has been seen much since. He was vulnerable to sunlight back then too. The body was. All right. They say, sunlight. Interesting. And, but, General Fortune has enough of Bushwhacker's antics. Time for playing games is over. No more grandstanding, Bushwhacker. The second you see Banner or Fixit, you shoot to kill. That's an order. All right, so Fixit is just running around trying to get out, and then he looks in this glass aquarium, and he sees another version of himself, and he doesn't like the other versions at all. So it seems that he knows about the other versions, right? To him, it's the Hulk or versions of the Hulk are, a liability. I'm putting some light on. So, but then he sees through, the tank because he sees a computer lab behind it, a computer central, and he doesn't know. He's just, the place is abandoned. What are they doing? Ads. So Fortune says, still no sign of him. I don't like it. He's got a bullet wound. He shouldn't be keeping ahead of bourbon like that. He said he didn't like sunlight. Smith changed the frequency on emitter, shortened to the wavelength to the UVB radiation. Meaning, he's amping up the radiation of sunlight so that, Joe Fixit cannot get out. Also, Joe Fixit acknowledged that his body is weak and that he needs to be careful, otherwise he's going to bleed to death because of all of the bullet wounds. right? But that's going to change later. But by doing that, he realizes that he also, has a plan to put this thing all around, right? They got to know who I am if they are using this on me, trying to drive me out or back in. So he wants to tap into the computer, but he realizing that Bruce Banner, who is a genius and a nerd, is not a computer hacker. But then this is a little bit of mystery to me, right? Because he's taking this pen and he's writing it down. I believe he's, tapping into maybe other personas that are smarter somehow, and it, writes itself that is Geiger, HR Geiger, Nostromo from the Alien movies, and that is then the password. So I wonder who he's been tapped into to get this information. It's not really being revealed. Is this still Banner, or is it maybe Smart Hulk or another persona? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, so right, Banner or Joe Fixit is gotten in, and Bushwhacker comes in and he says, "Hey, too bad we can play some more, but orders are orders," and he's unloading on him. "He's down, General. Good work. Now start cutting him up," he says. More ads. But are we going to ignore that? Groovy. Yeah, using that, Evil Dead reference. "Make sure to secure his head first." But then Bennett, strong as he is, he says, "Wait, you're stronger than he looks, General? How do you get so strong?" I said, "Wait a second, will you? Really? You're going to want to hear this." All right. He says, "I figured it was weird, me taking over this body. I mean, why Coach put me in? I don't even like Banner. But I get it now. Banner's all about science, the senses, and not just him. I like those things too." Yeah, he's scared. "I like having a good time, and I like using my head. I like figuring stuff out, like ways to hurt people." Yeah, Joe Fixit is he can be a brutal guy, but he's being ripped to shreds. Why isn't he dead? So basically what he done by tapping into the computer, he changed the wavelengths of the sunlight into, well, you guessed it, gamma radiation. Burbank he's in trouble. "Burbank, we lost visuals. What's happening?" And this is what I like about Joe Bennett's art. He can do really cool, creepy stuff, and a lot of body horror. I like that a lot. So this, all different versions of the Hulk, and Bushwhacker scared to death, right? So yeah, and he keeps changing. We have the Childish Hulk, we have Immortal Hulk, Devil Hulk, probably other versions of the Hulk, the classic Hulk. Yeah. So when Fortune, gets the visuals back, it seems that the mountain is gone. And he says, "Subject B, tell me he is ready." All right. He realizes that he made a mistake. Burbank's satanism. And he says it was the human error that was the problem. His need for revenge made him sloppy, and Banner wouldn't have gotten into the system if it had been properly secured. Even the aquarium design. Essentially, we put a slug steel door next to a glass wall. All right, so they are going to Subject B. So the scientist woman says, the basics. We use Rick Jones' body as a kind of scaffolding for a shell of gamma-activated tissue recovered from the corpse of Emil Blonsky. It woke up today, General. It looked at us. You want to eliminate human error? Trust me, there's nothing human in here. Yes, this is a version of Abomination that we're going to see in the next issue. Yeah, this was a good one. I have my gripes with Al Ewing's writing here and there, and there's some woke BS in here that I don't like, but it's very minimalistic, luckily, but it doesn't mean his writing is always good. But this, on the other hand, what it does well is keeping me on my toes and want me to check the next issue. It does that well, I must admit, and I'm enjoying this Immortal Hulk with all its faults. The good outweighs the bad, in my opinion. So yeah, it's good, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.